there, Di. How are you?
I'm great, thanks, Gina. Lovely to speak with you.
I've invited you to have this interview with me because I think you're a role model for people who want to make changes later in life. I wanted to ask you if you could share your journey about how you came to be a life coach and when you did that in your life.
I was a single mum for many years, and so I just had to keep working to survive. And then when I got to about, I think I was 62 or 63, I realised that, retirement was looming. And I thought, what am I going to do? And I was recovering from an operation, so I had to lie in the lounge, which I've never done. And spent 6 weeks reflecting and talking to friends as well, and really looking at what I wanted and listening to my inner wisdom. I've been interested in psychology for many years because I wanted to know why had I made the decisions in life that I had. I love people and I love helping people.
I'd love you to share your philosophies on ageing and retirement.
Yes, well, I'm very excited because I want to start educating people on having a whole different attitude towards ageing. Currently our society sort of puts you on the scrap heap, and unfortunately a lot of people, as we age, we start to see the physical problems come up, and we might get comments from our children, and we think we're past it. And I just think it's so important to look at the opportunities. I want to educate people on changing their attitudes and seeing things differently.
You coach people one-on-one, don't you, with your work as well?
Yes, it's help people realise what's blocking them, and we all have what's called limiting beliefs, and it's to clear those and then find our purpose, find our strengths, and basically it's really getting in touch with our inner resources. So many of us live out in the world and we don't get in touch with the inner resources, and that's another big thing in having a really successful life in the third stage. It's having this sense of meaning and hope and being in touch with something bigger than us.
What would you say to those people who have had to come out of the workforce and they have so much skill and they've still got things they want to do?
I would say let's work on your level of self-esteem and self-worth. Look at your strengths, get a very clear idea of your talents and your strengths, build up your confidence, and then go out and door knock or find connections and go and speak to people.
Actually, talk about your workshops and how you help people make life changes later in life, and how you help coach them through their transition.
They're called Design the Life You Want or Revamp the One You Have. And that's not just for people looking at retirement, it's for people who are burnt out, people who are in jobs that are no longer challenging but they're too scared to leave the job, they need the money, people who maybe want to make a change, thinking about a seed change or a tree change, and it's looking at what's needed. It's looking at, there's a lot of work in this workshop. The 3 hours is not going to be enough. The people doing it will get a workbook, and we're going through things like what can you control. We're looking at your whole life as if it was a house, with each room a different area of your life, and how can you renovate it. We look at letting go of old ideas and emotions, and what have we gained with what we've learned in our life, and then we're going to do a blueprint for the next stage of life, which is still just the blueprint. It's always open to change. So, and looking at values, beliefs, things, relationships. And if you're approaching retirement, if you need to look at your personal relationship, if you're in a major one, because that can be a time of stress. Look at all sorts of relationships, looking at the way you interact with people. My workshops that I run help people get in touch with their personal meaning and dream. Often it takes a while to get to that point. The old idea of retirement was you just spend all your time having leisure, but that's boring.
Yes.
We need to really look at the leisure that builds our spirit, that gives us fun. And so it's planning it, it's just living this integrated life that flows more, and being kind to ourselves. That's a really big lesson that I've learned.
Your information will be on the Adelaide Wellbeing website. It'll also be at the end of the video if people want to have a chat with you and find out about your upcoming workshops.
Yes, okay.
Which I think would be lots of fun as well, and also perspective changing. So
yes.
thank you.
So thank you, Gina.
Appreciate it. Bye.